In this episode, I'm going to be discussing how Salesforce is a picture that more people are going to be replaced by AI sooner than we think. But before I do, welcome to the Quietest Ones in the Room with your host, Trey. I gotta say it, just the fact that you have clicked onto this video and you're listening to the sound of my voice, you by far are the most intelligent people on the face of the planet. So once again, thank you for joining me. So here we go. Salesforce CEO Mark Benioff is making claims that AI is now doing 30 to 50% of the work inside the company. So think about it. Half the company's work is supposedly automated at Salesforce. Now, this is a big deal because the question now becomes, and people have been talking about it, when will people be fully replaced by AI? And many CEOs have come out so far this year making statements that either they want to take on more AI in their organizations or they actually want to revert from AI and actually hire more humans. People, right? Us. But Salesforce is actually jumping on board with this statement to make it known that people are becoming possibly obsolete in the workforce, in the tech space, sooner than we think. So, is AI really doing half the work? That's really the question. Do you believe what the CEO of Salesforce is saying? He's stating that it's helping in major ways with coding, customer support, many assisted types of roles in Salesforce are now being full-blown replaced with AI. And so Salesforce isn't saying AI is handling everything or managing all the projects or making high-level decisions, but it has automated low to mid-level tasks. And it's boosted productivity. But 50%? Or is it just a marketing tactic in order for Salesforce stock to boost? Because Salesforce stock had been suffering for a little while. And after this news came out, the stock price actually saw an increase in value. And we got to understand that in the world of AI, or just in general when it comes to stock prices, when companies adopt hot topic issues as a part of their business model, the stock prices usually see higher valuations. So I started thinking about this because when I read the article concerning what the CEO's claim was, but also understanding how many layoffs there have been this year, I'm like, what type of game is ultimately being played? Because Salesforce laid off 1,000 people this year. And the CFO came out and said, we're not hiring as much anymore because of AI agents. But then they want to paint this picture that they're not firing because of AI, and they're actually restructuring, repurposing employees to do other tasks. So which is it? Are they hiring, firing, replacing with AI, or is it all just a ploy to get individuals to buy into what the company is selling and ultimately increase value for the stakeholders and the shareholders? Now, I think it's a rebranding opportunity for Salesforce. You know, many of the companies are trying to figure out how to take advantage of the AI digital transformation and make their businesses look stronger than competitors. So the claim they're not replacing jobs, just redefining them, doesn't really make any sense. And that leads me to believe, especially because they've been doing the layoffs, that it's really just a ploy. Now, I do understand that we're living in a time where people are so concerned, as you should be, with whether or not in a year's time you'll be replaced by AI or robotics in the next 2, 3 to 5 years. Just recently, we know that Tesla just started putting automated vehicles in Austin, Texas. And I know that that takes a large ordeal. And I want to mention that real quick and to give this some context in regards to Salesforce and other companies with AI. With the robotic taxis in Austin, Texas, it takes a lot, not just the vehicles getting a map of their environment and being able to get from A to Z, but it takes a city legislators being a part of making that possible for the vehicles to be able to navigate safely. And so if Elon wants to extrapolate that out to other cities across the nation, he's going to have to work in unison with many different municipalities in order to make it possible. It's not enough yet for the vehicles to collect all the data they've been collecting and more as we move forward to navigate said rural areas, suburban areas, and the cities. It takes municipalities and legislators, city managers getting involved with the process as well. So we're looking at AI and we're talking about the replacement of people in the workforce. It's a little different than the robotics because you actually don't have any red tape yet. Now, there may be some legislation down the road that begins to slow down how AI can replace people, but it is concerning because if AI if this is true, what Salesforce is saying, that 50% of the work is being done by AI, that's truly alarming. It's truly alarming, and it begs the question: what should you and others be doing if they're hearing this information and you're going to be replaced? Do you just sit by and allow technology to replace you? Do you take the storyline that you need to just learn new skills and move on into another industry? Or do you say, what can I do along with others who are in this situation with me to start having our voices heard so we can be protected as we go into this technological age that no one truly knows how far it's going to impact day-to-day life? So we're starting to see companies, particularly the CEOs, play this game, much like the pandemic showed when it came to work from home, regarding CEOs making bold claims about AI replacing people and then backtracking, but then telling people, hey, we don't care anymore. We need to move into an AI age where productivity and profits are most important. It's all over the place, but we're seeing more and more CEOs get grounded in the idea of not needing people. And so what are people going to do? What are we going to do? Are we just going to sit by and let it happen? Or, as I mentioned, do you need to go back to school? For some of you, you're thinking, maybe I should go back to school. Maybe. But maybe that's not the play. Maybe it's something else altogether. But it needs to be thought about and talked about largely because we are seeing the shift take place. I talked about the amount of layoffs this year. We're talking 700,000 layoffs. If you're looking for a job right now, good luck. Now, there are people hiring, but good luck if you're trying to find high-paying tech jobs. Think about all the kids who graduated college this year and how the reports are showing how difficult it's been for them to find work and how the jobs are essentially non-existent. So we're in a very interesting time as it pertains to what AI can do, and it's something that we need to pay attention to. I wanted to bring this to you because Salesforce, for me, holds a particular piece of my heart, because about 5 years ago, when I was trading in the market, I decided I was going to short Salesforce, and I lost $10,000 shorting Salesforce as it had a historic earnings report during COVID, and I blew up really bad. So anytime I hear Salesforce news, I always like to digest it, and I wanted to bring the information to you because I do know one thing about Salesforce. They're really good at messaging. In particular, the CEO. He's really good at painting a picture that keeps investors excited. So none of this may be as alarming as he stated, but maybe it is. So anyhow, please share your thoughts in the comment section. Please like, please share, please subscribe. And as I always say, ladies and gentlemen, until next time.